Now, in the 17th and 18th centuries, many slaves were brought to Bermuda, mostly from Africa. However, some Native Americans were also brought from America, and many of the Bermudians living on the island today are descendants of those slaves. Eventually, in the early 19th century, slavery was abolished, but the black population wouldn't get complete equal rights with the white population here until the mid to late 20th century. Now, to this day, Bermuda is a British overseas territory, but it has a very, very large degree of autonomy. Domestic affairs are handled entirely by the local government, who is headed by the Premier and who is the head of government. And then you have the representative of the Crown here in Bermuda, which is the Governor, who has little real power, but represents the British Crown and, like the British monarch, has certain reserve powers like dismissing the Premier and dissolving the legislature, the House of Assembly here in Bermuda. So yeah, it's quite interesting because basically Bermuda, it is a British territory, but it has a lot of US influence. That's purely because of geography. It's geographically a lot closer to the United States. It does a lot of trade with the United States. If you go into a supermarket, you'll see a lot more US produce than you will British produce, and actually does fairly little trade with Britain. But there are various other things, like they drive on the left here, but you'll see lots of American vehicles on the roads. So yes, it's a very interesting mix of British and American culture, really.